Hey, it's Magical Marguerite, and I want to share some hope with you that I shared with an 11-year-old boy, very conscious and already quite awake. And he was really upset about Trump. Like you know, in part of the conversation, he was saying, like, you're old. What are you going to do about this, right? What he was so concerned about the environment and different companies and suggesting that I don't buy from those companies. And so I shared with him something that I learned when I was taking my yoga teacher training about the evolution of the chakras. And I'm going to share it the way I shared it with him, because his response was just really tickled me inside. So if we look at the chakras, the first one is with the element of earth. So that's when, and now I'm talking about the collective here, right? So that's when we were the hunter-gatherers. And for me, where I've been able to, continue to align with the magic and the joy and the love, is knowing beforehand what was going to happen, which is the chaos before order, what we're in right now, in the total chaos. And it doesn't feel like it here. So when one chakra is leaving and the next is coming, there is chaos. There's chaos before order. And, back then it would be like thousands of years. So when the first chakra was leaving, then we go to the second chakra, which is water. And that's when civilization was building ships and adventures, going out to new lands and becoming the explorers. And again, it's thousands of years before that chakra left and the next chakra came, which is the one that is just leaving for us, the third chakra we've been in. So that's, you can see, that's fire. And that was the beginning of the industrial age to the the age we're in right now, technology. And so it's leaving, and we're going into the fourth chakra, which is heart. And where so many people get all like hung up, the divine feminine, yes, she's back, she's rising. I've been working as her hands for many, many years. But it's the balance of the male and female, and especially the divine masculine and divine feminine, that is, leading us when we surrender. We're not leading from the third chakra, which was will, and that was so out of balance. We could see that, right? It's been power over instead of our own empowerment. And at the same time, and look at how fast this has occurred. Like that's a miracle in itself. Some may say it was 1987, the harmonic convergence. But I think it was the 60s. So even if it was just 50 years, or even 100 years, that we are moving from one chakra to the next. But who knows? Maybe it's been 100 years, right? But it was foretold, the age of Aquarius. So that is community, that is unity, that is in our hearts. But at the same time, the fifth chakra, the voice, so being the voice, being the expression, that's what me personally I'm working on. But then when it gets to the the sixth chakra, that's the third eye. So that's when it'll be mental telepathy, right? We won't even have to communicate at all through our voices. And then the seventh is enlightenment. So then Henry says to me, and I said, and that's going to be like in thousands of years, right? And he's like, does that mean I'm not going to be enlightened in this lifetime? And I just laughed and I said, yes, we can individually, but as the collectively, uh, as a whole. So anyways, just know that we are moving into our hearts. Many of us are already awake there. And how do I want to end? Well, I think for you to have hope and share your stories of hope, right? That we have gone from tragic to magic. And, maybe this is all I need to do is what I'm doing, right? Take that stand and be the spiritual warrior just by standing up and speaking and practicing in this safe space to tell our stories, right? So the Henrys, the little magical children, and that's ultimately what I've always been aligned with, is leaving this world a better place for the children. And when he's saying, what are you going to do about it? Like, I am an elder. Many of us are elders who are awake and have been walking this. So it's it's an ongoing create as I go process. I just said yes, so I'm just going with what I'm inspired to do right now. Is to give you hope and to be the expression. Tell your story.